What's up, gamers? It's demo time. Get ready. That's right, let's demo Revue Starlight. That's right. This is going to be one of the newest games that just came out a little over a week ago, if I'm not mistaken. Uh, I'll be honest, I almost gave this game a hard pass before I even started it. But I eventually played it for two reasons. One, the person that tagged me on Facebook about this game basically was like, "What is this?" You know, and I was like, "All right, well, it looks interesting. It's probably one of those like dating waifu things. I don't really play those kind of games." But then I saw FG3000, which, by the way, shout out to FG. He's another fellow YouTuber from Texas. I'm also from Texas as well, so us Texas boys got to stay together. But anyway, he went ahead and made a video about this, or made a few actually, and apparently it's not what I thought it was. It's actually pretty cool. So I actually started playing it, and I've been doing a few things, and now we're going to demo the game. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to do a little bit of the story mode. So you go to stage, you go to story. Now I'm going to actually be fast forwarding through the story points because I'm not going to give y'all too many spoilers. This game is based off of one of those musical animes where girls are basically like in music school and they have their dramas and whatnot. And believe it or not, I've actually seen anime like that. I actually watched the full series of AKB 48. So those of you who know what that is, shout outs to you. You get one cool point. So yeah, I'm aware of what type of anime this came from. I haven't seen this one specifically. Now I'm gonna have everything on 2 times speed for a while until it gets to a certain part. Because it is kind of cool what it does here. So as you can tell, it's your basic mobile RPG. You have 5 characters that you can play with. Oh, that's right. They have their own music every time they go to what's called climax. So I'm not sure if you can hear it very well. Oh, the tag team back again. That is pretty cool, right, guys? That was just awesome. So yeah, anytime that they go through what's called climax, they basically get a song based off of what song you picked in your. Basically, you can pick a song in your team build up, and whenever they climax, they'll play whatever song that is. And then each of these songs give you some kind of a boost or ability or something like that. It's pretty cool that they do that. It's kind of unique. I like that. And every time that you 3-star something, you get an extra 50 gems. And then, of course, if you clear a stage that you haven't cleared before, then you get 50 just in general. And then if you do the things that don't have like 422, it just says part 4 or whatever, like this one does, it'll just, you basically watch the story and then you get the reward that you see, which would be another 50 gems. Now there is full dialogue, but you can skip it. You can do voices or without voices, so you have the option, which is really cool. So if you really get an idea of what the story of this game is, or what the actual anime is about, if you take the time to read through the story, you might find it interesting. If you like the musical type of animes, especially like the schoolgirl music school type things, this is gonna be right up your alley just for the sake of just having your own anime on a game. It's pretty cool. I mean, I had to say I'm very impressed with how they did this. Um, no, I am into musical animes, but the types that I'm more into are more piano related. So I actually watched Kids on the Slope is one of my favorite ones, and then Your Lie in April is another one that I also like. So for those of you who ever seen those, shout outs to you. You get a cool point as well. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of PvP, so you're not going to hear me talk all day. Now, they have a weird system where when you win, you get like a rank chest based off of what rank you are, but you have to wait a certain amount of hours to actually collect the item. So if you're like a mid maxer, you're only going to play until you have like your four max, and you're just going to stop. Now, if you're the kind of person that just wants to be a higher rank much faster, then you're going to just not care about this and just keep going and going and going. I'm actually a little more patient, so I actually wait. I saved up two more slots just for the sake of the video. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do what's called star performance. Now there is usually a third thing that you can do here. I've actually already completed, so it's not there, but it's another like versus mode where you're basically fighting the AI, and then once you beat I think like 20 levels or something, you get all the rewards. But let's do a little bit of PvP. Now I will let you know the PvP is live. The way that PvP works is you can either do it on auto or you can actually pick what moves they do. Oh, by the way, the button that says "Fly Me to the Star" and it has like the ability there. That's the actual thing that determines what song I get when they do their climax, which I think is an interesting way to put it. I'm gonna just auto build my team, which I don't know if it really changed anything. I think this is the same setup I already had, so we'll just save it. Sometimes I level up and don't realize I get better things. So this is one of those systems where whenever you're making a team, they have a point system. So if you don't have a certain amount of points, you can't necessarily put everything you want in here. This is similar to a lot of the battle card games that I play. For anyone who's ever seen any of my battle card game videos, not Shadowverse, that's not a battle card game, but more like Heroines Fantasy or Epic Cards Battle. Basically, those systems, those games use a system where you can only use a certain amount of cards based on the points they are, and you have a maximum amount of cost that you're allowed to use. This RPG does the same thing, but in RPG form as opposed to card form. So I found that very interesting. I like the limitations. I do. Now, I'm going to only play on auto. Now, you'll know that if they're manually controlling it, if they're just going to be like waiting for a bit. So I'm just going to hit auto. Now it's waiting for the opponent. So this is how you know that it's live, because it's actually waiting for the opponent to decide what they're going to do. And they're probably actually selecting what moves they're going to do. I'm not. And not because I'm great or anything like that. This is just a demo. And honestly, I'm just lazy. I'd rather just put everything on auto. You can't do times 2 speed for PvP, it seems. I guess that's okay because again, it kind of proves that it is a live thing. So my opponent's like selecting their next moves while mine's just on auto. So they're taking their time to actually build up a strategy. Now, keep in mind they only have 4 units, but they probably have 4 units with backup abilities too. Or they may not be high enough for certain things. You don't have to have a team of 5. You can have 4 units that are strong, and then a few backup things for each character. I didn't mention that. I'll mention it after this video is done to kind of let you know what I'm talking about, because I kind of forgot to mention it. This is my song. You probably can't hear it though. That's my favorite waifu, by the way, in this game. And no, I don't know what the meta is. I don't really care. I just pick my favorite characters and make them better. There's only 2 characters here that I'm currently using that I actually like. And I'll tell you which ones they are in a minute. You've already seen one of them. The one with on the fourth to the left, the one with the crossbow. Yeah, her right there. She's my other favorite waifu that I currently have. There are others that I want, but I just don't have them yet. So right now I'm just using 3 others. And anyone who's ever watched any of my other RPG videos, like, Seven Knights and Heroes Charge, you know that I'm more of a collector. I try to catch them all, so to speak. But I only like to use specific ones that are my favorites for my own personal reasons. But, as you can tell, I won. So because I won, I get a chest. And then when I go to the chest, that chest now has 14 hours left where I collect it. And the other 2 that I already did previously have 3 hours left. So you see how this goes. We'll do another PvP. Okay, and I also did this for a reason. So under the lady that's the 4 to the left, you see where under her is a 3-star thing under it? Let's tap on it. These are called memoirs. They're basically things that can add more, boost to your current characters that you're using. So let's say if I wanted to use the 4 star thing on somebody else that I have, I could possibly remove somebody that costs more and add this to a what on the other four that would be remaining, and I could have that team build that way. I'm not gonna do that right now because, like I said, I'm just doing this on auto just for the sake of the demo. But there are ways you can customize, so I don't have to have five. I can remove a character, add a memoir to somebody else, and that's a good way to really min max too in this game. So pretty good strats. I'll probably be doing that probably off video. Now that person right there on the right that was showing, I think that's another one of my favorites that I do not have that I want. So we're gonna hit auto. I could select abilities, but I'm not going to. But the combat's pretty cool. I would say that basically the way that you build up characters, in my opinion, is very simple. I mean, yeah, you're building up people from 3 star to 4 star. You're equipping memoirs, but there are some games that can be a little more complicated as far as how character build is, and it makes the game less fun. Sometimes less is more. Just let things be simple. Got my song playing right now. Sorry if you guys can't hear. I just don't know how to do it on this particular device. I might end up losing this match, by the way. Oh, that's my girl right there. That's my number one. Yeah, she's the one I want right there. I'll get her one day. She'll be a part of the waifu collection. I actually like her too. Don't have her yet, but I like her too. Oh no, it's the 14 co-op. I am so dead. Now it's their music. So I find it interesting that even though they were climaxing, I almost wiped their team. It was kind of funny. But yeah, this game is just really cool. It's really awesome. I'm not gonna do another PvP match. I just kind of wanted to show a couple of demo stuff. But yeah, basically, you can collect a whole bunch of heroes at 3 and 4 stars, and then like she right now, she's currently 5 star because I basically upped her potential. The way you up their potential is to give them. Well, it tells you where to attain. You have to clear these little areas right here, and then these are basically like just single battles, her versus like a group of enemies, for whatever one you want to make the best. And then you can auto. Now I've already done mine for the day, and I've already done my where I can pay gems to do it per day. But you can only like you get 5 per day, and then if you want to refresh it, you can only refresh it once using your gems or diamonds or whatever they're called. But you can only refresh it once per day, so it makes it kind of fair to where those who spend a lot of money in the game can't just auto be the best. Like the game has limitations, which I appreciate it. It makes it less of a pay to win, which I actually like that. But you do have pay options. As a matter of fact, we'll go over that real quick because one thing that I always mention, I like to mention about games nowadays, is if you want to throw your money at the screen, you should know what you're throwing your money at and what's the best thing to do. So you're going to go to Gotcha. Now, for those of you who don't know what Gotcha is, that's just basically the system that all of these like mobile games have. Is just a system where you can use your diamonds or money to buy stuff. And actually, I didn't mean to go to that. Actually, I meant to go to the money part, not the using your diamond part. You have to actually go to... Huh, I don't actually remember. Maybe it's shop. Nope, not that either. I actually forgot. I'm so sorry. Maybe it's this. Here we go. I found it. So, what you can do is you can buy things from three different things. You have the star gems. That's the currency that I keep calling diamonds. The star gems. I personally wouldn't buy any of these. You're better off getting some of these packs, if you will. Basically, the level 10 value pack is pretty cool. Uh, you get like a certain amount of things, a combination of stuff. Uh, there is one thing that I did buy. I think it's under passport. Yeah, right here. So this is what I always recommend to people when you can get rewards every day. So I threw my money at the screen. I think this was like $9.99 or something. I can't really remember. But basically for like 30 days or something, you get, or I say so many days, you get basically, you start off with a 1500 of the star gems, 200 stamina, and then you get 120 of those star gems every day. So in my opinion, this is the best buy, bang for your buck right here. So you can throw your money at the screen. This is what I recommend you buying. I wouldn't be against you doing the level 10 pack. $3.99 is not a bad price for it. And some of these other ones right here might be okay too, depending on what you think you need as a one-time thing. But this is the one that I recommend that you get if you want to get more bang for your buck. So there you go as far as money is concerned. They also have side events called the epilogues, basically. Well, they call different things, but this is a new one that just came up on the most recent update, where you can basically see another part of the story of the anime, and then you can grind through keys to get different rewards, different heroes, different memoirs, stuff like that. Uh, I think I've already used most of my resources for the day for this. So the way that you can, I guess this is a good thing to talk about. So how you restore your keys if you're running out of keys and you're running out of like the lottery coins, what you can do is instead of going to the boss, um, go to the boss key sections and just complete some of these stages before the boss. So I can go here. Actually, you know what? No. This is what I'm going to do. I just realized there's an easy way to do this. And it's not going to be here. I'm going to go to stage 2. Okay, so if you 3-star something, what you can do is you can tap it, and you can just skip it. So I'm going to do skip times 10. This is going to give me keys. This is going to give me other items that I can use to boost my characters. And there's a lot of things that you can do. I'm not going to do the shop right now. It's not a bad idea to do the shop. You should do that, but I'm just not doing it myself. And then because of this, now I have more keys where I can actually fight the level 3 boss, the level 3 difficulty boss. I think I have enough. Yeah, I have enough, at least for one more fight. So I'll show one fight of this. I'm not going to be able to finish it off. My team is not good enough to deal with a level 3 of these type of bosses very well. A level 2 I can probably beat in 2, maybe 3 tries, but this one takes way too much. I think I've already done like 4 fights, 3 or 4 fights. I think 4. And then of course you can pick a friend to come with you. I just select them just, to give them something. I'm sure they get something for you using them. Now, I will put this on times 2 since I can. I want to speed this up. But you're just making my butt kicked, by the way. Poison's really good against this, by the way. Poison deals a bit more damage than burn. As you can tell, yeah, I'm definitely no match for this thing. But the cool thing about these bosses is that even if you die, whatever damage you dealt carries over. So you're not having to start all over. Oh, got my music playing. Got my jam. But there you go. So even though I've lost, I still keep the damage that was dealt to him. So whenever I come back again, when I get more keys and whatnot, it'll be right there where he's at. So instead of having to start over at 106,000 hit points, it'll only be at 30k. So that's pretty cool. I like how they do that here. I just think that that's just wonderful how they just let you do that. I'm not going to sit here and grind on a demo, but at least you have an idea. Speaking of grinding, if you want to make your favorite characters better, the best thing to do is find whichever one you want to make better, and then of course up their skills. Do a batch unlock to get all the ones you can at once. If I want to get the next one, I can just tap on whichever items I need, go to the stage that I've already 3-starred. I always skip times 10. Let it go, do the batch clear. I've leveled up, which is great. Um, my maximum cost is not went up, but my max stamina and my max followers has went up, so that's pretty cool. And so I can close this, close that, and now I have all I need for that item. So I go to the next item, find one that I've 3-starred, so in this case it'll be 1-8. Because you can't skip if you haven't 3-starred it. So you definitely want to 3-star all of it if you can, because being able to grind through some of the later levels will give you better items, more than what you need, basically. So now that I've gotten everything that I need for this particular skill, which will be HP plus 423, unlock and bam. And then when you get everything up, they go up to their next rank. So right now she's rank 5. So she's one of the ones I've been focused on the most. She is my number one, and currently she is my number 2. Those are my 2 favorites. The other ones I don't really care about. They're just kind of there to, be there. Like I said, I will collect them all, but there are only certain ones that I actually want to use in general for my own personal reasons. And then also what you can do, obviously level them up. Each star rating gives them a certain maximum amount of levels that they can have. She's a 3-star, so she can only get level 50. Whereas since she is a 5-star, she goes up to level 70. And I think 6 stars get up to level 80 or 85, something like that. But going back to my favorite, we got the, whoops, I almost stopped the recording. Potential Bloom. Basically, here's what I was talking about earlier, where you have to basically do a daily grind doing just one character fighting by herself, like she's in a hyperbolic time chamber or something. Shout out to DBZ. Uh, and basically, when you get her up to her max, she goes up to like the next. I don't even know what you call it here. I'm gonna use a hero's charge term to go to the next color. So it goes blue, purple, gold, so on and so forth. Now, obviously, this might not be the exact color matchup, but it's a similar concept. And then if you give them gifts, it's also important too. So if we get gifts, it ups your bond level, and when you up their bond level, they get better abilities or better skills, better stats, stuff like that. So very important. Really, really cool. I like that. And as you're doing stuff, you can go to assignments. You can get certain things for doing things in the game. I get more stamina. I've got tons and tons of stamina. Stamina for days. But anyway, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the gist of it. As far as, like, other ways to grind, you have the... I went to the event, did I? Yeah, that's right. You have the gold hunt where you can get gold. So that's pretty cool. So what I could do is I could either go to 2 and just skip them all for the day. You can only get 2. Or I can go for the next one that could possibly give me more. I don't know if I can 3-star this or even beat this yet. I'll try, just for the sake of you seeing a little more action. But if not, I'm just going to go back to the previous one and just skip them. The fact that it lets you skip is cool. The fact that you get 2 times speed early in the game is really, really cool. It makes grinding not so tedious. When grinding becomes tedious, it's really hard for you to keep playing the game. That's the reason why I'm not playing certain other games right now that are really, really good. It's just I can't keep up with the grind. Like, for example, Langris are fantastic games. I can't tell you enough good things about it. Music, character, story, everything is great about the game. But the stamina or the grind is rough. There's just so much to do, and I just don't have time for it. I've heard that there's a new update that's supposed to fix some of that. We'll see. I might, play it again just to see what happens, but, ugh. That's right. So I didn't 3-star, I don't think. I think one of my characters died. I think I have to have all of them. I'll have to double check to see. It's going to tell me now. Oh, I got 50. Okay. So yeah, I didn't 3-star it, unfortunately, because one person did actually die. Which is okay. That happens. I'll grind this later, but that's one grind you can do. You also have the... Whoops. I went too far back. You also have the lesson tickets. The tickets is basically what levels up your characters. Now, So they couldn't beat the level 3 in the other one. I'm going to assume they can't beat the level 3 here as at least a 3-star. So I'm just going to auto grind the level 2 ones, as I know I can do it without having to mess with it. And then I can level up any character that's not maxed at their level yet. And then, of course, for doing things like that, you go to your assignments and you get more stuff. And there you go. Now, notice I got some cake. What am I going to do with that cake? Alright, so that's basically a gift. So you can give it to... We're going to give it to her because I've been actually leveling up her bond more than anyone else since she's the first one that I got that I actually wanted. So you go to gift, select the item. If you have multiple of the item, you're going to have to keep tapping it until you get to max. It'll basically show you like a big grin if they like it or a red smiley face if they like it. Either way, it's a good thing. And boom, it goes up a little bit. At least the meter does. I don't know what the max is yet. I'm not quite there. But another good thing that you want to do is definitely give your favorite ones gifts and stuff like that. So I think that's all I'm going to go ahead and bring up for now. If you want to see more of it, you just need to play it yourself. I'm definitely going to be playing this for a while. Like I said, the grind is easy. The leveling and everything is not complicated at all. You know, it is a lot of fun. Don't let the fact that it looks like a... Because at first I thought it was just some perverted, like, you know, dating thing. This is actually a legit, like, RPG mobile game that has, like, a cool little anime story if you're into that type of story. It's actually a really, really good game, and I'm sorry that I almost passed on it immediately and judged it. So thanks, friend who posted on Facebook, and thanks, FG, for showing me the light. And yes, I'm not ashamed to plug other people's YouTube, even if they don't know me. I think that I'm more of the hype man that tells you about other good creators. At FG right now, FG 2000, look him up on YouTube. He right now, in my opinion, is the best when it comes to mobile gaming video. He's literally number one. So hit him up, check him out, show him some love. You know, watch his videos, and you're gonna learn a lot more from him. But in the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. But I'll catch you guys on the next one. You guys keep gaming and take care, y'all. Later.